It's just nice to be back and see that things have changed in a positive way.
Thank you.
And can I just add one thing to that too? Before you left to go away for all those years, you joined an organization to teach people how to resuscitate people. Half the room, I think, belongs to that facility. You're the reason why CERT came to Gloucester, because when you went to California, you saw how it operated out in California. You took the classes. You called me and told me, if you don't do this, I'm coming home and I'm gonna make you do this. So we worked with the people in Beverly who you provided me the name with, all the way from California. Went to Beverly, brought the gentleman to the mayor's office, met with Mr. Duggan, the fire chief, the police chief, and everybody else. And it's because of you, Ross Burton, that we have the CERT team in Gloucester. So I want to thank you very much.
Marathon, because people like all of us made the difference. It wasn't just all the, you know, everybody has a chance to make a difference in this community, and that's what's special.
Thank you. All right, I'll take two more questions and then we'll wrap it up.
I got two questions, one's a little easier. The first one is, any hot topping gonna be done out here this year? And the second question is, Plum Cove Beach, well, there's a lot of sand on that beach blowing over the road. Was there ever a maintenance plan put together for that beach, and is there going to be one?
There is, go backwards, there is a beach maintenance plan, but it still limits us very much on what they allow us to do. And they, as the Conservation Commission, is the permit granting authority for my beach maintenance plan. The sand is up high. It's up higher than I've seen it in a long time. They're not going to allow us to do a whole lot of moving of that sand. That practice is long since gone, where you could move sand around completely. You can nourish beaches where it's been removed completely. We're certainly dragging that area down, and they certainly consider the southern part of that as a dune. And the northern part, you know, from the steps north, there's some question of what they wanted to define that as. They're not going to allow us to do a whole lot of movement of that sand. We asked recently what the ability to move the sand would be. And nature will take its course. We'll move it back, we'll bring it forward. So I don't have a good answer for that, just because of permitting wise, I don't. Russell's got one more question we can grab.
Yeah, I got to speak to that, and about nature taking its course, I really do. Back in '85, believe it or not, we're all involved in this as a community. Petitions, I've got a slideshow that's available if anybody's interested to document the whole process of the beach. And the city, believe it or not, I think it was under Parks, who was the head of the DPW at the time, actually agreed with the Conservation Commission, you can look it up, to have a trial where they allowed the original brook that nourished the beach, that pushed the sand back. The city didn't have to do a thing. It was all done by nature. But the original mistake, and they kind of confirmed this in allowing for this trial, when they diverted the brook from the manhole, which is right next to the platform, to the culvert to the north side of the beach, that destroyed the whole natural process of the beach that would replenish that sand naturally. I mean, the brook would push the sand back. All the water was tested. We went through this. It was a huge, huge effort, and the city, again, agreed to a trial. This is the time of year when the rainy season should do that, and over the course of a few years, it won't happen overnight anymore, but it did. It started in '85 when the brook broke through to its natural configuration and started to restore the sand to the beach. The point of that is, in terms of the beach, it made it a safer beach because it made the beach shallower out toward the reef, so that it distributed the sand, you know, more evenly over the beach, covered all the rocks, and it was safer for little kids to go out deeper than they can now. It's a sudden drop because of the scouring effect that the current culvert doesn't allow to happen to restore the beach. Naturally, every beach around here, every pocket cove restores itself. If you monitor any of the beaches that are similar to Plum Cove, Old Garden Beach in Gloucester in Rockport is a rocky beach in the winter. It's a sandy beach in the summer. That should happen at Plum Cove naturally. And again, the city agreed to that. 85, I can get you specifics on it, but I think it's worth a try. And you're not gonna do anything more than the beach is trying to do of its own anyway. It's simply a matter of stopping the culvert at the northern end, allowing it to come through the outflow at the platform. So, anyway.
Okay, does anybody want to get on the mailing list to be updated as to what's going on? Would you please send me an email?
Finish your second question real quick.
Sure, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you.
The paving.
Do you still have the pictures, Peter, that show there's 13 stairs there?
Yeah, it's on Facebook, it's on, where is it? My pictures of
Send me a copy,
Cove. That picture is there, it shows you the original,
It also shows you a picture from '68 with the stands just as high as it is today, so.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, no, it'll always happen unless the brook is allowed to do it.
Spent last night at the commission, that's not, I don't see that happening, I mean, it's something that we can push and push.
Yeah.
But simple things they don't allow to happen, let alone a little more complicated.
Well, they did.
Paving, we don't have our chapter 90 allotment yet, we're still waiting for all the things to straighten out. I have priced out 2 projects for this area, but I priced out, I never priced for the whole city, I don't have enough to do the whole city. We priced out finishing Washington Street from the Baby Station to the Purple Church, or North Gilby. That's the last section of Washington Street before the village that hasn't been paved in the last 5 years. We've also priced out doing from the liquor store towards the Rockport line, bypassing my house, because you'll never see Washington Street paved in front of my house until I leave. So we go Langston Street, we do 127.
I live past your house.
And unfortunately, you guys have to suffer for that.
He needs all the speed bumps he can get.
Yeah, I don't need cars going fast to pass my house. So hopefully, we'll see when the money shakes out. And there's some in East Gloucester, some downtown, and some in North Gloucester.
Anything, Senator Tower, would you like to wrap up with anything?
I just want to say thanks to the council for inviting us. It was great to come out for this conversation. I hope we can come to more.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Representative?
no, I want to thank you as well. I want to thank everybody for coming. And I just want to respond to the comment about, this could be another
Excuse me.
meeting. That this could be another meeting where we all get together and then there isn't the follow-up. And, I pledge, and I know Jackie and Jim and everybody here, the senator, Mr. Hale, we all plan on working on this and putting a strategy together, so I don't want anybody here to have the impression that, we just come out, we talk, and then 5 minutes later we're on to something else. So we'll definitely be in touch with follow-up dates.
Mr. Hale?
That's it. I mean, you know where I live, you know my office. You can call me, email me. I'll try to respond as quickly as possible.
Thank you. Jim Duggan?
Thank you very much, Counselor. We will do whatever we can to help out. We're all in this together, and looking to work with more of you closely in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
It's such a weird answer, so it would be useful.
You mentioned the